SolidWorks tutorial. So you just hit on the SolidWorks tutorial and you have this icon, click and wait. It's going to carry you to SolidWorks tutorial, or else you just come to help and you get SolidWorks tutorial. So to do this, I'm going to get it and I'm going to show you how it looks like. So this is actually an advanced technique, so you just need to go to advanced techniques, go scroll down and you're going to see this. So there's it. So you have all the steps, necessary steps for you to draw this geometry, but we are not going to draw it. What you're going to do is carry out some fluid simulations to get the average velocity and maximum velocity for the flow rate here. So please, you are going to use water, don't go away, stay by. So when this is done, don't forget that we are going to work with SolidWorks Flow Express Analysis Wizard. Please don't forget that when working with SolidWorks Flow Express Analysis Wizard, we don't need all these holes. So what we're going to do is we're going to close them. So we are going to start by closing this stuff. So to close them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rapidly look for let's say I'm going to look for the toolbox, right? I'm going to take, let's say, let me take these norms and screws. So I'm going to take hexagonal screws. I'm going to take this type of hexagonal screw. So to do that, all I need to do is just right click, just bring this man in normally, and I'm going to try to feed it in here. So I'll try to feed it there, just like how I've tried to feed it there. So here is 20 is too much. Let's take 12. I think 12 is going to be perfect there. So if 12 is going to be perfect, then I'm going to look at the length, because I want it to go through. Okay, the length is 30, the threaded length maybe is 30, and here is not simple. I'm going to take cosmetic thread. So I want to make it cosmetic threaded automatically. I'm going to validate this. So without much I do, I'm going to feed this in each part of the flank. So I'm going to do this. So be careful when you feed it, so that you feed it using the right way. So I'm going to put this in this form. You have this in this form, and obviously this in this form. So please, I'm going to put this video on a pause and I'm going to do this for each flank over here. As you can see, we are advancing. So I'm just going to place this through all. So I hope you're doing the same, and please, if you have a problem, feel free to comment. Now we are done inserting the bolts and screws. Now what we need to do is insert the nuts. So I'm just going to go here and just take nuts, nuts lucky. So this that's not what I want. Nuts that are not lucky up. I just take this and let's give this a try though. So there we go. Now we're just going to modify the dimensions of the nut. So I'm observing these nuts, and if I take this, it's going to be better, but the position is not going to be good. So I'm just going to validate this, and I'm going to try putting the others to see if this nut is good. So I need to rotate this well, so I'll place it. So we're just going to continue up to the end. So something like this. Oops. Okay, that's now we could see that everything is done. So I could just zoom out and observe. Now the flanks are well. Okay, everything is okay. Now don't forget that when we are working with SolidWorks Flow X Analysis Wizard, we have to make sure that we have all our geometry is closed. So to make sure that this geometry is closed, I don't know if you've ever drawn in assembly. So to do that, all I need to go to assembly, like add the new part, and I'm going to just try to zoom this out, and I'm going to draw on this surface. So now I'm going to convert this circle, convert entity. So I'm going to succeed to convert this circle. So once I have, I'm going to take convert entity to convert this external circle. So no, delete. What I need is this external circle. So once this is done, I'm going to click this. So this is what we're going to observe. So I'm going to make sure that this is going to be closed. So I'm going to go to features, just like how we draw in parts. I'm going to take extrude boss base. Now here is going outside, so I'm going to make it go inward, and bam, that is done. So if you can see, I already created a lead at this level. So here's the lead I just created. So I'm going to do the same to the different opening. So let me take it over again. It was not that complicated, right? So I'm going to take this structure. So I'm going to take assembly, new part. So I'm going to create a new part at the level of the assembly, and I'm going to click here. So once that's done, I'm going to take convert entity. I'm going to choose to close this part. Hope this is the right place. So features, extrude. Obviously it's going to go out, so I'm going to take it inward. So this is the surface that's going to be in contact with my liquid. I think that I've crossed that also. So we're going to go out and see if everything's okay. Yep, everything is okay at this level. So with everything being okay, I'm going to use the same procedure to close this too. So I'm going to close this one, and we're going to make sure that you close the other one. So if you have a problem, let me know in the comment box. So what we saying, say choose a surface up. There's so many ways doing it. I take new parts. After taking new parts, I'm just going to take let's say this surface for example. So I'm going to take convert entity. I'm going to choose to convert this surface. With that done, go to level fixture, extrude. I'm going to go in there. So that is done. So you're going to close this yourself, so do it. Well, if you're here, so congratulations, you made it. Now observe this geometry. You're going to see that everything is okay, but there's a problem. I need to make sure that I have the possibility of seeing the inner surface, so I could choose. So I'm going to make at this level, I'm going to make this filter transparent. So to do this, all I need to do is go to colors, I'm going to appearance, and I'm going to look for glass. Sorry, this material is not made of glass, but I need to see the inner part of this glass. So I'm going to take this for this body, and I think I can see the inner surface and I can see the outlet. So I'm going to do the same for the different part. So it's like being creative though. So I'm going to do it, and you're going to see what I did. So that's already done. Ensure that this part is visible. This part is visible. This part is visible. Also this surface is visible, this end is visible, and this end is visible. So I'm going to make sure I have certain parts of my fluid flowing there. I'm going to make it visible. So that is, I might try making this part visible. So if I take this or take this as a total, I'm going to make this visible so we could see what is happening there, and I'm going to make also this visible. So this visible, and I'm going to make this other part visible so we could see what is happening at this level. So there we go. and I think I need to make this part visible, so I think it's okay making this part visible. So make sure this is what you have, or this is what you've got. So now we're going to open SolidWorks Express Analysis Wizard to check something, to see if our geometry is okay, and then proceed. So I'm going to wait for it to open. When we open flow simulation, this is what we're going to observe. We're going to get this structure. As you can see, I've tried to open one window, so just try to be creative. Okay, so I'm just going to move forward, and I'm going to calculate the volume that is found here, and I'm going to see okay, if I check out, I will see that I have this volume here, so it's going to take the whole of this part, and it's also going to take this part. Interesting, right guys? So I'm just going to continue. Now I'm going to choose between water and air, so I choose to take water. So water, but no one will be working with flow simulation itself. We have so many liquids like ethanol and all the rest. So I'm going to take mass flow, and I'm going to take the inflow. So where do I want inflow to take place? So I'm going to take the inflow to be, let's say, let's choose where we want the inflow to take place. And let's say you want the inflow to start from here. Okay, let's take it out. So I'm going to take the inlet to be at this level, so I'm just going to go to this level. I'm going to take this to be my inlet, so I'm going to click here. I'm going to take my inlet to be this. So if I take that as my inlet, I'm going to take it's giving it per second, so I'm going to take, let's say, 0.5 kilograms per second. So it's going to convert it automatically here. So I'm going to say yes. It's going to convert it. So I'm going to save everything. It's going to convert it. Now at this level here we have 68.09. So I'm going to make sure that this is what we're going to have. So we are just going to continue. Now at this level, I'm going to take the outlet to be here. So I'm going to choose this to be my outlet. So I'm going to choose my outlet to be this. So okay, I have my inlet here and I have my outlet here, and my liquid go up to this level. So we are going to observe what we are going to get. So I'm going to calculate this. So depending on your computer, is going to, now we can see how the generation process is going on. So we are seeing that our geometry is being solved, and the part is calculated with all the speed at different levels. Now you can see certain things on the screen. So don't matter what we see on the screen is just for a software, smart LDMC. So another calculation software. What we have on the screen is Mecha3G, which is a mechanical calculation software. So you're just going to wait, depending on your computer or the different type of computer, you're going to wait for it to get through. So we wait for it to complete. So it says solving in progress, and it shows us that our solving has been completed. It said loading results, and we're going to observe to see the results that it has given us. So we're just going to look at it. So looking at this level, this is what we have here at this level. So we have liquid entering here, and the liquid is going to be stopped, and I'm going to say going out here but not here. So to generate stuff like this, let me see outlet, and let me say ball. So I'm going to see the stuff over here, but we need to go out. So we need to take one edge here as the entry, so just like this. So you're going to do the same for our structure and choose the points that's going to give you something that looks like this. Take for example this, you have the movement of fluid from one point to another. So if you can't do that, please let me know in the comment box. Okay, when that's done, try generating the report. So like generating the report, just go here and click generate report. Goodbye, see you on next tutorial.